what are some ways that you can make money in this economy? What are some ways that you can start a business and actually start making money right now? What are ways that you can add income to your bank account sooner rather than later? Today, we're going to talk about 4 ways, 4 business ideas that you can do right now that will undoubtedly, without question, make you money. So let's dive into that. All right, so like I said, we're going to talk about the 4 big business ideas that I know for a fact will make you money, and they don't require you to have any type of degree, any type of super special training. You can start them with relatively zero cost. All you got to do is have determination and the drive to make them happen. So, number 1, what can you do that's going to make you money? You could be a podcast production support person. Now, I don't really know what the title that you would go with, but somebody who actually supports people who are podcasters. So, yes, you can start your own podcast, you could promote it, you could do all of the things, you could create stuff that's going to sell, you could be an affiliate marketer for somebody else's stuff, and that's all great. Having a podcast is amazing. However, to have and grow your own podcast is going to take you substantially more time than if you are the one supporting somebody else's podcast. In other words, you are the one to edit their podcast and then post their podcast or transcribe their podcast or manage where their podcast goes. They are going to be paying you in order to make all of that happen because it's going to simplify their life and you're going to get an income right now. Plus, podcast production is relatively low maintenance. It's audio. Cut, 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 share, right? So it's not something that you need a significant amount of training on. There are tons of free trainings on how to become a podcast editor, production persons. Again, titles can be whatever. But if you are the person who is supporting another podcaster through editing, managing, socially, all of that stuff, you are guaranteed to make money. Podcast is massively growing, massively growing. And it takes a whole lot less effort than having to edit, say, live video. You could also do YouTube. You could also be a YouTube editor, which is great. I have one. I love it. Frenny is amazing if you were looking for somebody to edit your pod or your YouTubes. Awesome. Saves me so much headache, so much stress. I don't have to deal with it. And she makes everything pretty and shiny and words and all of the things. And it's amazing. But you can do that for podcasts as well. And it's less work. It's less work, I guarantee it. And you're going to be earning an income much quicker than if you were to go out and try to start your own podcast. I'm not trying to deter you from creating your own podcast. Go for it if it's something that's just like burning in your soul and you're like, I want to do it. Do it. You can absolutely make money podcasting. However, you're going to make money quicker if you are the one editing and helping and supporting than a podcaster. Number 2, course creation manager. This is something that so many entrepreneurs out there are in need of. They're absolutely desperately in need of a course creation project manager. Courses are highly profitable. If you don't have one as a business owner, chances are you're missing out on a lot of money. A lot of money because courses are immensely profitable. They're also a really good way to share your knowledge with those that are in your audience. However, putting together a course can be exhausting. There's videos, there's support, there's tech, there's putting everything out there, there's worksheet creations, there's text to put together, there's formatting for it, there's images, there's this, there's that, there's 1.5 million different things. I have both built courses myself and I've also paid people to put courses out there for me. And I very much prefer to have somebody do it for me. So much less stress. All I have to do is sit down. I have to go and record my stuff. And I can be like, there you go. Here it is. Help. They can help me organize it. They can help me put it together. They can help make my worksheet. They can help format what I need to say. They're like, hey, I need a link. There you go. Off it goes. And when it comes back, it's all nicely, neatly done. And it's amazing. They build out my sales pages. They do it all. It's phenomenal. Again, not something that every business owner can afford right out the gate. So again, if you are just starting out and you don't necessarily have the funds to pay the peoples to do the things for you, be the peoples. be the people to make the money, because there are tons and 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 tons of courses out there. And there are people who need you to format them. Again, also something very little knowledge, know-how, whatever necessary. You don't need a certification. That's not a word. Certification. You don't need a college degree. You can go out, you can watch some YouTubes, you can get really good at formatting. There are a few free courses out there on how to be a course creation project manager, but it is going to be a really highly profitable business for you. Number 3, transcription. Be a transcriptioner. This is phenomenal income. This is phenomenal income. One is it's super simple. You can do podcast, YouTube, transcription, any format and audio transcription. It can be super easy. There's tons of platforms that do it for you. And then you can go through and edit to make sure for correctness. Immense amount of money. I pay somebody every single month to take my YouTubes and transcribe them so that I can then use them for all my content pieces, so that I can use them for blogs, so that I can use them for emails. I absolutely could not survive without a transcriptionist, because I'm certainly not going to listen to everything that I say and go tickety tap 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 tap. So there's lots of money to be made in transcription. There are also a ton of platforms that are hiring people to do just that. You could put yourself out there on Fiverr. You could go to these other websites that do transcription, but there's 1.5 million of them. Some are smaller dollar, some are larger dollar. But again, if you're using a third-party platform to run the audio through, it will auto-generate your text and then go through, and you can do a comparison to make sure that the text is in fact correct. And it's going to cut down on your work, and it's going to make you more money. But it is a guarantee money, and it's going to be a really good start business idea. And number 4, something that I absolutely will be adding to my team this coming year is a Pinterest account manager. Pinterest is, and still is to this day, was and still is to this day, super necessary for business owners. While we don't necessarily think of Pinterest as like the go-to platform anymore, because you've got Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, and those are the platforms we think about. However, when content creators put themselves out there, they need a segue to get themselves into everybody's ears, and Pinterest is an amazing way to make that happen. So whether you're sharing blogs, or you're sharing podcasts, or you're sharing products, or you're sharing YouTubes, putting yourself out there on Pinterest can be immensely powerful. I have a huge traffic that goes to my blog from my Pinterest account. Very little effort. Now, could it be better? Absolutely. Will it be better in the new year? Yes, it will, because I will add somebody to my team who specifically specializes in this. I know in Mommy's on a Mission, we have a number of Pinterest account managers, and they do quite well. And it's, again, something that's very low in tech, very low in effort, but you can be amazing if you know how to do it properly. I do have a number of other business ideas that will make you money inside of the Business Builders Bundle, so you can take a peek at that. The link for that is in the comment section below. I'm going to teach you how to market yourself, launch yourself, create your products, put yourself out there on social media so that you can actually stand out in any of these fields: podcast production, course creation, project manager, transcriptionist, or Pinterest account manager. All of those things are going to be wildly profitable for you right out the gate. There's also 1.5 million platforms out there supporting those specific businesses. So, mama, if you are looking to start a business from home that's going to be far easier to start with less effort, that you're going to be guaranteed an income right out the gate, these 4 are going to be your best bet right out the gate. Now, does that mean you got to stick with it for all eternity? No, you can always transition, pivot, and move forward. But when you're starting out and you're trying to make some money so that you can stay home with the kiddos, these are really good options to make that happen. Don't forget, go and check out the Business Builders Bundle if you want more specific mom business tips. You're going to make lots of money. I know it. I will see you guys right back here next Monday. Bye.